The new Master Duel pack is here, and let's see if it's actually worth your gems. Did you know that most of you watching aren't subscribed? That breaks my little heart. Why don't you press that little subscribe button? I would really appreciate it. We're almost at 50,000. So right here we have the new pack, Indomitable Pride. I'm actually pretty excited for this one because it's the first time in I feel a while that we're getting like a really good pack. The question is gonna be, is it gonna be too good? So let's check out the cards included in this pack. Superheavy Samurai Swordmaster Musashi. I did not see this card seeing play in the TCG or even the OCG much, so maybe don't craft this, you know, if you want to play Super Heavy. Unless someone figures out some other combo that I don't know about, of course. Then we have Gold Pride Star Leon, so this is the Gold Pride archetype. I do really like Gold Pride, but it's not going to be like a super heavy competitive deck either. So if you dig it, because the art is really cool, there's some really cool plays you can do, absolutely enjoy. But I don't know, like, it really relies on seeing your punks as your starters, and in Master Duel, teleport is only at 2. It's fine, you know, it's fun, but it's not super meta competitive, I think. It's just gonna be like a solid tier 2 deck. Super Heavy Samurai Brave Masurabo. So this big synchro, I think I saw like a couple decks play it for some reasons, but it's not super interesting either, because really what Super Heavy Samurai cards do is create these ridiculous FTK style boards, and this card is usually not part of those. Now, he was in some lists, but if you're playing Super Heavy Samurai as an engine inside another deck, this card won't really do much for you. Then we have Visas Amritara. So this card is really good for Vanadium. Very happy to see it. We also see Vanadium Trisukta in here. Huh. Was Trisukta announced? Is my mind blanking here? I think Vanadium is going to be really good now. What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Super Heavy Samurai and Vanadium, both in one format. I think Master Duel is going to become very combo heavy and very Droll/Max C reliant. So that is spooky, but we'll see. So Visa Retire, okay. Gold Pride Leon, yup. Then we have Motorbike, also an Ultra. We have Veda Kalanta. So these Veda cards are like part of the Visa's archetype lore, but they're not really that good. Like, there's also like some other Veda monster that's like a pseudo FTK, but getting there was nigh impossible. And so these Veda cards you can kind of just ignore. You don't have to craft them. Then we have Performapal Celestial Magician, okay. Then we have Super Heavy Samurai Prodigy Wakaushi. This is the card that breaks Super Heavy Samurai. This card is the most ridiculous one-card starter, and Bike also searches it. So you actually have 6 cards that fully do the combo instantly, and that combo can make any board in the game. If you dislike Yugioh being like, break my board, Lamau, you can't, that is this deck. Interestingly, they're both UR, so that's already 7 URs here, because we also have Big Benkei. So this card is like the brick in the deck that you really don't want to draw, but you have to run it, and of course it's a UR, so that's 7 already. And then a lot of the extra deck monsters, I think, all the bosses and so forth, are also going to be UR. And since you can only play monsters in this deck usually, you're also going to be playing a lot of hand traps, and those are also all URs. So get ready for a very expensive deck. Now we have Dreaming Nemlaria. The Nemlaria stuff is cute, but it's not really that great. Sweet Dreams Nemlaria, again, same thing. Then the Gold Pride, Better Luck Next Time right here. This is also an important card for Gold Pride, of course. It's their searcher. And it's also very important that you lose life points with this, because if you don't have punk access and you don't have a way to lose life, all the Gold Pride cards are kind of just meh. Then we have Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow. So this card was banned in the TCG 2 weeks after the Super Heavy Samurai cards came out, making the archetype basically go from like instant FTK, destroy everything, into like just a fine rogue type of engine. And this is actually what I think we should talk about here, because this engine is so damn broken. I can see us getting hits very soon, actually. Now you might say, oh, but the deck dies to Max C. And then some people will say, oh, but they have Gamma. And then smarter people will say, oh, but you just wait with your Max C or your Droll until they have one monster on board, and then they can no longer Gamma you. Then you still, you know, win on the spot with those cards. That's like true, but I don't know. I'm not looking forward to this. So given that this is like a wombo combo Lamau type deck, I wonder if they're gonna hit it extremely soon, making this not as worth it. But maybe I'm doomering, I don't know. And we have Bagushka, okay, fine. So Bagushka is basically if if you droll Super Heavy Samurai, they just have 2 level 4s, make Bagushka, pause, and pray that that's enough. Then we have the Gold Pride Chariot Carry. Then we have some more Super Heavy Samurai cards that don't really come up. We have Vanadium Trisukta. Again, Vanadium is going to be real. Oh my god. Then we have Pinballer. This is really cool for Gold Pride. This is like a big removal, and it's just funny, you know. This looks really cool. Then a bunch of garbage. Like, you don't really need to look at these cards. We have Captain Carry. This is the important card for Gold Pride. Some more cards that don't really matter. I'm sorry, Nimlaria players. I mean, have fun if you want to have fun, you know. And then we have the Gold Pride. The crowd goes wild. Okay, Adasar, that's fine. We scroll a little further. Okay, we have all the other Super Heavy cards. So, like, Soul Peacemaker is very important to play through Droll as well. This is like a 3-off if you want to go, you know, play through Droll well. And then the Soul Gaia Booster is a 1-off. Gales is a 1-off. Beyond that, not much to be said here. Oh yeah, this card is also important. Roller Baller. This is part of your Pinballer combos and so forth. And then, oh yeah, some of these traps are also important, like Start Your Engine, stuff like that. Now, is this pack worth your gems? In my opinion, if you want to play Super Heavy Samurai and Vanadium, yes, this is gonna be like a competitive pack. The only issue is, do they nuke Super Heavy Samurai soon? Because if they do, well, then the pack looks a whole lot worse, right? With that being said, if you want to play Gold Pride, sure. There's also still quite some number of URs you're gonna need, so that's pretty big. If you want to play a combination of any of these decks, sure. But that being said, I'm personally not gonna spend my gems on this, because my hot take is that they will hit Super Heavy Samurai soon. I think a lot of the decks right now in Master Duel are not strong enough anymore after all the hits to keep up with the ridiculousness that is this deck. And given that, I think it will see hits very, very soon. And a lot of the extra deck cards and so forth, and even some of the hand traps that you're gonna be crafting just to play this deck will become pretty pointless again the second they nuke this. Now, if they don't nuke it, you have a powerful deck right here, like a powerhouse, absolutely insane. But if they do, maybe I'm just too afraid because I know what happened in the TCG. I had this deck. I was ready to do some ridiculous FTK bullshit, and instantly they just went, bam, nuke it. Again, people are gonna say, oh, it's not gonna be the same in Master Duel. We have Maxi, we have Maxi, we have Maxi. Sure, we have Maxi. Let's be real. This deck is still fucking crazy. This deck can also Maxi challenge you out of the universe, which is really funny, and then they make Barons so you can't even nib them. I'm actually interested in seeing some people do Maxi challenges with this deck. But that is basically all. Hope you found this interesting. I do really like this pack. Again, Super Heavy Samurai is broken as hell as an engine. Vanadium seems to really be good now with Visazam Ritara and Vanadium Trisukta, and Gold Pride is really fun. So this is a cool pack. Again, I'm just a little afraid of banlist. Beyond that, really cool. Hope you found this interesting. Again, be sure to subscribe. We have so many people watching and not subscribing. What are you doing? And I will see you soon. Ciao.